In this brief episode, I want to share how to succeed online at scale. How to succeed online at scale. This is something that has been in my mind for quite some time to do. So today I said, let me just sit down and explain it to my students how it works, and you can also learn a lot from it. I will not waste so much time on it. So the presentation is going to the schedule will be just an introduction and overview, and then I talk about audience strategy, and then content strategy, product strategy, website strategy, and then how you can scale, and then that will just be the end. So let's dive in. Introduction and overview. Talking about scaling, I would like to start with somebody that I've been following for the past 2 or 3 years, Ali Abdaal has come from nowhere, and is wowing everybody all over YouTube. All right, today Ali has as I'm talking, Ali has 5.8 million subscribers on YouTube. I mean, if you add other channels like X, Instagram, LinkedIn, and so on and so forth, is amazing. So I'm right here in Lagos in Nigeria and recording this, and I started to compare what Ali's number of Ali subscribers with the states in some few states in Nigeria here, and I realized that let me just mention 3 states. 5 states. Akwa Ibom State has 5.5 million population. Imo State 5.4 million, Enugu State 4.7, Abia State 3.7, and Ogun State, just close by here, 3.7 million. So Ali Abdaal has more people subscribing to him than the entire population of Akwa Ibom State. To put that in context, let's look at the biggest towns in Nigeria. All right, Lagos is the biggest town. Lagos metropolis, mega city, has 16.5 million inhabitants. Lagos alone. So Ali has about more than 1/3, or 42%, between 41 and 42% of the entire population of Lagos metropolis subscribing to. So you can imagine, when you talk about scaling, right? Kano State has 4.9. No, sorry, not Kano State. Kano City has 4.9 million population. Kano City, and then Port Harcourt has 3.6 million, and then Ibadan, just close by here, 200 kilometers from here, has 3.5 million, and Abuja, the federal capital, has about 2 million. So if you want to add all the subscribers in Ali subscribers, it's more than the whole of Port Harcourt, and it's about Port Harcourt and Ibadan put together. Ibadan was the largest cities in Nigeria. So I'm just looking at the largest cities in Nigeria, the population. So when you talk about scaling, it means doing the things right, doing the right things to attract people to wanting to follow you, to want to follow you. So what are those things you need to do? First, you must be trusted. Okay, we'll come to that. You must be trusted. Just to put that also in context, let me just read recently, just a few days ago, I ran into a post by one of my students, one of my friends, somebody I also consider as a mentor, as a colleague, a peer. His name is Joel. He wrote something. He said the top 10 people that have influenced his life. The top 10 people that have influenced his life. Let me read. He said, Paul Uduk, my coach, has played a pivotal role in my professional development. His teachings on focus, consistency, and the importance of going digital have been transformative. Paul has a unique ability to simplify complex concepts and provide practical solutions. He has equipped me with the tools to navigate the ever-evolving digital landscape and maintain a steady focus on my goals. Paul's emphasis on consistency has helped me develop a disciplined approach to my work, ensuring that I remain committed to my objectives. His guidance has been instrumental in helping me adapt to the digital age and leverage technology to enhance my career. That's one of my students. Joel wrote on LinkedIn about the 10 top people that have influenced his life. He never mentioned to me. I stumbled on it recently because I hold Joel on very high regard, because initially when I came to Lagos and I used to see what he was posting, I was thinking that he's based in Abuja. He's a HR, he called himself HR grandmaster. All right? So that is the type of things you need to do for people to trust you. Okay? Joel has attended my book writing clinic. He has attended my IBMC. He's a member of my premium group, premium member. He has attended all the programs. When I started, the first time I did a seminar on how to position yourself to win digitally, he was one of the first people. We had 41 people in that webinar. That was around 2019, I believe, 2019, shortly. I think it was a year before COVID, or 2018. I can't remember exactly, but he has been. So I'm talking about building trust. So let's dive in. All right. You make money. This is from a man recently. I just also I just recently met online Nick Peterson, and he's very vast. I started following him just about maybe 3 weeks ago, and I saw what he wrote. He said, you make money by getting better at things that make money. So when I talk about scaling means that you reach thousands and thousands, millions of people, just like Ali Abdal, and then you can start to monetize what you do. So you make money by getting better at things that make money. Okay? Even though I normally say that money is not the main issue, the money is a byproduct of providing service, getting known by people. There's the byproduct. Okay? So, and then he also said, that is Nick Peterson also said, getting what you want in life is often hindered by hiding behind the label of successful. You know, some people say I'm very successful, so why do I need to change or do other things differently, and so on and so forth? Who can teach me? Okay, so that is something that Harvard Business Review wrote some time ago, and I just saw Nick repeated that thing. I saw on Nick's one of the things that one of the books that ebooks that Nick Peterson sent to me, and he also emphasized that, talked about that again. He said, teaching smart people how to learn demonstrates how smart people actively avoid learning to maintain and hide behind the label of being smart. You know, so if you go to improve yourself, get trained, maybe you have an MBA from Harvard, you have MBA from Yale, you have MBA from Lagos Business School or whatever, how can somebody teach you again? So you are above learning. So that is what that thing is trying to say. So, because the environment changes so dramatically, therefore we have to be learning. Learning is non-stop, continuous learning. So when you say that, oh, I have a PhD and MBA, and I've done this, I'm the managing director, I'm the general manager, I'm the head of the group of this and that, I cannot learn again, then you are really inflicting damage on yourself. Yes. So let's continue diving in. So what are the 5 whys, the 5 W's that you need to show people online? We are talking about scaling online. And this question was answered by Alex Omoze. Alex Omoze will still come to what he says. He's one of those big names out there also. You need to show people what, okay? You need to show people how. You need to show people why. You need to show people who. And you need to show people when. So those are the top questions you need to answer for people to start getting attracted to you, to start learning from you, to start listening to you, because there's so much noise out there. So let's move. That's just the general introduction to prepare our minds to scaling. Okay, so let's look at the key ingredients in how you can scale. I started with Ali Abdal, talking about the number of people he has in his audience, 5.8 million, more than the entire population of Akwa Ibom State, more than the entire population of Kano City. All right? So we talk about audience. Audience is where you start, okay? This is a typical when we talk about audience, the main thing that comes to mind is funnel. This is a thing that when people talk about funnel and how you can take people through the funnel and so on and so forth. You just assume that people are like whatever, mumu in Nigeria, we say mumu, that we just direct them from the top of the funnel to the bottom of the funnel. You do a few things and keep cajoling them, keep giving them small things, and then keep driving them to the end of the funnel. But it does not really work that way. You start them from prospects, and then you generate lead qualification, and then they try to find out their intent, what they're looking for, and then down the line you can now sell. Okay, that's a typical funnel, but things do not really normally work that way. But that is what you find when you talk about audience. So let's look at the 3 types of audience. Okay, the 3 types of audience, because really people come to online sometimes mostly to learn, mostly for entertainment. So that 3 types of audience has. Who did I hear that from? Maybe Laura Portier or Saheli Shateji. Okay, that there are followers, people that follow you. Mostly they're looking for education, to be educated. They want to add to their skill set. Okay, and then your peers, people of the same level. Let me say myself and Joel. Your peers, most of the time they want validation. They want to confirm that what they know is they're on the right track. So when a peer-to-peer connection, it's just that not that you know more than them or they know less than you, it's just that they want to validate. So whenever I go to, like, I'm going to Nick Patterson, I'm going to Laurel Portier, I'm going to a lot of other people, I'm even going to Alex Omozi. Not that they know more than me, but they are making more progress online than me, because of course they started earlier and they have the resources and so on. So they have mastered the skills of how to scale online. So I follow them, try to validate some of the things I already know. Okay, so validation. And then you also have to have a mix of people that are looking for education and people that are looking for validation. So that a mix. So you see a group of people following you, like Ali Abdal, I've been talking about, 5.8 million. It takes time to reach that. So how do you do that? All right. Basically, we say that there's nothing you cannot find online. Anything at all you want, you can just go to Google and you can get it. You can go to YouTube and search for it. But people follow you because of 3 key things. They are looking for clarity, they are looking for certainty, and they are looking for trust. Okay, so the first one, hierarchy, is clarity. That's just also why people need leadership in the societies. Because there's so much ambiguity outside there. There's so much ambiguity and uncertainty. All right. So people want clarity. How can you interpret what is happening to me to make it clearer for me? That's why people follow you. Clarity. They want to be, told. They want to be educated. The full meaning of the happenings out there. The full meaning. So if you're able to clarify, explain in very simple terms for those people, they'll be willing to follow you. All right. And then certainty. Sometimes people have, you have a lot of promises out there. You can just by just having a website, you can make a lot of thousands and millions and so on. So people come out there, and then they are not able to make that amount of money. So there's a lot of uncertainty. People have been deceived in the past. Okay, so they want certainty so you need to build that certainty through, being along with them. Just understand that you are from the same stock as them. You have passed through what they've passed through, and then you can help them. Okay, showing them that you are not superhuman. You are just one of them. You have all what they have experienced, you have also experienced it. So that is how you keep building that, and then it goes to trust. Trust, showing people what you have accomplished before. Okay, having testimonials, being truthful, keeping to your words. So all these things build trust. Okay, so when people say that, yes, I've worked with Paul, like Joel said, I've worked with Paul, this is what Paul has done for me. So that builds trust, that they are not going just out there to milk people to see how you can get everything from them and then just let them dry. So clarity, certainty, and trust. Okay, and then some time ago I also saw a friend of mine, a young boy, who said that his model is ATM. And you can, the connotation of ATM, automatic teller machine, it doesn't sound very, very well. Of course, his A stands for audience. And then T stands for trust. Audience, trust, and then monetize. It's not that easy to just monetize, okay? It takes a long time. So the gestation period from the time you know somebody to the time you monetize takes time. So, and you should not use that terminology, because it creates doubt in people. When you say ATM, okay, you can quickly make money from people. So I prefer the clarity, certainty, and trust, okay? We have said about, so if you can do that, educate your followers, give validation to your peers, and then have a mix, and then give clarity, give certainty, and then build trust, you can get a lot of audience, okay? Then, so let's quickly move to content. All right, your content strategy there's so many people that have content strategies, how you need to create content, and so we are not looking at the mechanics of creating content. We are looking at the strategy, how you build that strategy. At the very beginning, we are just starting out. If you are just starting out, like I started out about 4 years ago, 5 years, and it's 2020. I never created content before. So creating content is not just kind of what you had offline and then putting online. So at the beginning, when I look at the very first videos I made, even to open my mouth to talk, I was scared. What will people say about me? And so on and so forth. People have opinion. This is not the way to do it. If it doesn't pronounce the words well, and so on and so forth. But it doesn't matter. At the beginning, as Alex almost like to say you are going to suck, you are going to make a lot of mistakes, people are going to laugh at you. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that you dive in, okay? At the very, very beginning, you are going to do, you say maximum quantity. Yes, maximum quantity. Like one of my teachers told me that maximum quantity, just create quantity. That is, I'm talking about content, because it's content that will attract people to you. Content that will attract audience to you. Yes, content in the form of audio, in the form of video, in the form of even written text, and so on. So there's so many forms of content, okay? So, and then as you keep doing, if you can just say at least every week I will produce 5 or 3 or 4, just being consistent. Every week you do 2 videos or 3 videos. It doesn't matter that they are not, you don't do them very, very well. If you want to say every day you write an article for Quora, every day you write 1 article for your website, you should be at least consistent so quantity, maximum quantity at the beginning. And then along the line, you keep reducing the quantity and just being at least, if you're doing before 5, because at the beginning, you just want to put things into the pipeline for people to see that, yes, this man really exists. Okay, and along the line, from maximum quantity, all right, and then from there, quality. So as people come to know you, and then don't forget, you are not standing still. You're also learning how to improve your quantity. So how to improve your quality. Okay, how to write great articles, how to write great blog posts. You are learning from people like Nicholas Cole, who writes very, very well. You are learning from a lot of people. All right, then quality, and then at the top end there is where you liquidate. You can make money, you can monetize. Okay, so you need to just keep doing things. If you say that, okay, until you are excellent or you are perfect, you will not start, then you will never start. Okay, so people that read from you, there are 2 types of audiences: the warm and the cold. All right, that is what we call the traffic. Remember when we talk about the funnel, we talk about, so people, you drive people into the funnel. It's a metaphor for how people go through from the moments they come in contact with you to the moment you become friends with them. Maybe say to them, that's a metaphor of the funnel. It's a process. Okay, so the people that know you first, like my students, I've done. Maybe I'll not mention it. I've run a program called Internet Business Mastery, IBMC. We have more than 350 students. I've also have another program which is called BWC, Book Writing Clinic. I also have about 350 students. Okay, 90% of the students in these 2 courses are people that have known me. Some of them for 10 years, some of them for 20 years, some of them for 30 years. And I said 90%, only 10% are people I just know recently and so on and so forth. So people that know you, that's where you are warm traffic, okay, warm traffic, because they already know you. There's nothing for them to, let me go and cross-check his background and so on and so forth. So they're willing to follow you and buy from you when they know you, and then you have good quality content, okay? So now that you have started to do content at the very beginning, a lot, because you do not have a lot of maybe experience. A lot of people that starting newly want to impress people. They dress very well, they try to speak in a way that attract customers. They try to impress, tell people what they have. Some of them, they show their cars. Some of them, they are using iPhone and so on and so forth. Okay, they do, as we say in communication, do not communicate to impress, communicate to express. Okay, impress, and then along the line you want to create impacts. Okay, at the higher level you want to create impact, and then at the final level you want to inspire your audience. So impress, impact, the 3 I's. Impress at the beginning, create impact in the middle, and then inspire people. So if you're able to do that, how do you inspire people? You inspire people by sharing that you have not always been a winner, by sharing your failure stories. You're sharing your failure stories, okay? And then how do you create impact? By sharing resources with people. Your ebooks, your books. That's why I always advise my students that they should focus on creating their intellectual property books, because those are the resources. Of course, if you don't have your resources, you can share resources of other people, third-party resources. And then impress is normally you share your success. I see my cars, you can see, and then so when you share your successes, you can impress people. But a lot of people don't come to you because of you are very successful. You have a Lamborghini, you have a Rolls Royce. They want to show. It's not about you. It's about them. How you can improve their life, how you can impact their life, how you can turn their lives around. So when you focus more on yourself, your successes, and so on, some people get repelled. So you have to be very, very careful talking about content when you are preparing your content. All right. So the content strategy, there are 3 types of content: growth content, content that will enable you to grow, maybe a content that becomes goes viral. Okay, content that shows that you are an authority. So you have written books and so on. Content that shows your authenticity. Okay, that you build relationships with people over time, and then you nurture those relationships. So you there's a way you mix those 3 contents: growth, the thing that will make you to grow and sell some products, and then authority. You have written books, you have IP, you show your expertise and become, and then authenticity. That yes, you're a human being. You're a human being. This is my personality. Maybe at a certain level, you also have a brand, even though, of course, some people have said that you don't really need a brand to success. But, of course, the audience, this is still out there, okay? Whether you should be a brand before, you cannot be a brand from day one. Ali Abdal was not a brand from day one. He was struggling just as we are struggling now, okay? Alex Omozi was not a brand from day one, okay? Just be authentic. Just be authentic, okay? Of course, people like Seth Godin have said, have questioned the validity of all these things, okay, that you don't need to be authentic. Just go and do your what you share with people, what you want to share, okay? So, growth-based content, authority-based content, and authenticity-based content. Those are the three types of content by Saheli Chitaje. All right, Chitaje. All right, and then as you are preparing for all these things, you need to set goals. Okay, you need to set goals. I learned this from Ali Abdal recently, how to also break these things down. Okay, that most of the time we just based on the outcome goals. I want to write a book that will sell 10,000 copies, 5,000 copies, 1,000 copies, but you do not allocate resources to the input goals. What are the input goals? How many hours are you going to put in to write the books? How many hours per a week? That minimum I will put in 3 hours. Okay, minimum I will put in 3 hours. Okay, and then number of hours, and then output goals. Outputs. How many are you going to write per week? How many pages are you going to write per week? How many articles are you going to write per week? and then of course the outcome, the number of subscribers that you are going to attract at the end. Okay, my number of subscribers, that's the outcome. Do you understand? Outcome that, okay, if I do this, an example of a YouTube channel. You want to start a YouTube channel, okay? You want to start a YouTube channel. So YouTube channel, the most important outcome is number of subscribers, people that are following you. Okay, it's people that trust you, they like what you like what you are sharing, and that they're willing to, so somebody to dedicate 1 hour of his time, of his life, to listen to you is a big sacrifice. So you need to be able to provide good content. Okay, all right, so let's quickly do that. So you need to set goals. Okay, input goals, output goals, and the outcome goals. Okay, all right, so then there are many talk about content. You talk about content, you must set goals. You must know the type of content you want to, growth-based, authenticity-based, authority-based, and then you need to learn how to tell stories. Okay, because people do not just have, when people hear a story like the story of the hare and the turtle, okay, and so on, the 3 blind men meeting an elephant, such stories remain in our memories forever. Okay, so that you need to learn storytelling frameworks. There are a few of them. What they call the PPF formula. The PPF formula. PPF stands for your past, your present, and your future. So you can weave a story. My past was I was working in social place. My present is what I'm doing. My future is to So you do that. And then there's the very beautiful story framework is what they call the hero's journey. The hero's journey. Okay, somebody just moving about his life, and then something suddenly cracked, and then he decides to, and then something along the line, something happens, and then he meets a lot of struggles. He meets a lot of lions on the way. He slays all the lions, and so on and so forth, and then returns a completely changed person. He has passed through fire. He has passed through, and so on and so forth. So that is the hero's journey. It's a very, very beautiful framework that most stories depend on this framework. And then there's called the 3-act structure. The 3-act structure: Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. All right, like the 3 musketeers. They say what the rule of 3. Okay, so these are some of the frameworks you need to learn. They're just touching this on the surface, on the tip of the iceberg. Okay, you need to learn all this. So you need to learn how to tell stories. Okay, people go to school to learn how to tell stories. So because the more story you are able to tell, the more people will be attracted to you, because they are learning a lot. There's a lot of stories are always pregnant with a lot of messages, a lot of ideas. Okay, all right. So my name is Paulo. You are meeting me for the first time. I'm happy to connect with you. So my website is called pauloduc.com, and then I have a YouTube channel. So please subscribe. I also have a podcast. Subscribe. Podcast is called Pauloduc, and Unstoppable. Yes, there's a story behind that, Unstoppable. All right, so you are meeting me for the first time. My name is Pauloduc, and you are welcome. So let's proceed. The product strategy and pricing. Okay. As everybody says online, do not try to reinvent the wheel. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. The wheel has been invented, and so on and so forth. So do what works for other people. One of the people that I really like, as I said, I have a few products that I've sold. I've sold my book writing clinic. I've sold my internet business mastery course. I even sold a low value product called internet foundation course. Okay, so of course I've been selling products offline for years. Okay, I'm talking about training products, and today we are talking about digital products. So a person that I really love his approach to products is a guy that I also saw. I ran into him about a year ago. His name is Dan Coy. Dan Coy is he on his website he displays what is called his 2.5 million offer stack. 2.5 million offer stack. At the top are free gifts. He gives people this what he call the 7-day genius ideas. 7 days is free. It's free. All right. It's a program, and then it has this power planner. It's also free. That is what he call the top of the funnel. He drives people into his funnel, and then He has two products, very low quality. Low margin. Not margin, low price products, which he sells for $29, called Modern Mastery. Okay, he sells it for $29, and then there's another one, high quality, a little bit what you call intermediate products. Well, not very intermediate, but a little bit higher price than the $29, which is called the 2-hour writer. You want to learn how to write very, very well. So remember, I said you are having a product portfolio. Okay, there's do not just look at what others are doing, and then also try to model them. So I know that somebody like Alex Omozi once said that you should sell products to only the rich. So so sell only to the very rich. That's Alex. So if you want to sell to only the rich, are selling products of $100,000, $50,000 in this part of the world, here, how can is anybody that can buy? Is anybody can buy? Okay, then. At the bottom of the funnel, he has very high quality products. Okay, he's an expert in economics, so he has 3-tier products also at the bottom. He has which called digital economics bachelors. Digital economics bachelor. He said that for about $499. Okay, and then he has digital economic masters, which he sells for $999, almost $1,000, and then he has a digital economics PhD, which it sells for $8,000. $8,000 is about 12 million naira. So I wonder if anybody in Nigeria can buy such a product. 12 million naira, 12.8 million naira. Well, because exchange rate is about 1,600 naira. Okay, so that's how you do your offer. You start with free products, and then medium level product, entry level. Then you have the intermediate, and then the bottom. You say high price product. Okay, so that's your listing. Yes, right here with Alex book on offers. I also have Alex book here on leads. Please let me just say where the books are right here. The offer and this is the offer. All right, this is the Alex book on offers, how you can do offers. Okay, these are quite, then these are Alex book on leads, when you talk about audience, leads. Okay, so there are big, vast subjects on their own. So what I'm just talking about is just at the introductory level. Okay, so you're not just talking about this thing theoretically. So I've seen like a person recently that I'm learning how to advertise from. Her name is Laurel Portier. Okay, her product is $7. She teaches you how to $7 per month. The subscription, a kind of product subscription. So $7 per month, and then she teaches you how to advertise your products. And then I also saw a book by same Nick Peterson. It was Laurel that said that Nick was her mentor. So I went to search out Nick. And Nick, in one of his podcasts, he said that he sold his product he priced his product at the lowest level on Amazon. His product is priced at $3.83, $3.83. All right, $3.83. He said that is the lowest. That's the minimum that Amazon allowed him. That if Amazon had allowed him, he could have priced it lower, because he wants as many people as possible to get a hold of his product. So when you are starting out, when I started out, I priced my book very high, $17, and now for that book to arrive here in Nigeria, it will cost about 50,000 naira. Okay, so price your product to attract customers by pricing it low. All right, when you are starting out. All right, talking about website strategy. I will just quickly run through this, because it's a subject on its own. But there are two types of websites where I just call static websites. Website that is just like signboard, and then a website that has functionality. All right. So your website should be able to your website should be able to collect data automatically. That's one. Number one. Number two, your website should be able to send out automated reply. Maybe somebody buys from you, send out a receipt automatically. All right. Number three, your website should be able to give visitors gifts. People should be able to download gifts from your website. That's number three. Number four, your website should be able to administer a quiz. All right. I'm talking about websites that are dynamic. Okay, not just signboard website. Okay, and then your website should be able to, for people to subscribe to your newsletter. Okay, people should be able to subscribe to a newsletter. So one of the things that your website should be able to do, if you do not have all these attributes, then you are not having a good website. Your website is not functional. People should be able to download an ebook from your website. People should be able to download an ebook from your website. Okay, your website should be able to, show prospects how they can work with you. This is the way you can work with me. So work with Paul. So you go to my website, you say a link there how you can work with me. If your website is not able to do that, then your website is not a very a converting website. All right. Your website should be able to show people how they can buy your low ticket products from day one. Okay. All right. Your website should be able to show people how they can get valuable freebies. Freebies are free things. So all these things are programmed to attract customers, for you to be able to get audience, to be able for you to get people's email addresses. Because email address means that when somebody voluntarily gives you email address, it means he's willing to engage with you. It means he's willing to build a relationship with you, because he knows once he gives you an email address, you are going to write to him or her, and so on and so forth. So these are all the things that you should do to attract people to your website. Your website should be able to give a lot of valuable freebies. There are some freebies that you get that if the man had or woman had asked you to pay, you would pay. They're so good, well designed ebooks and so on and so forth. So these are the type of things that your website should be able to, people should be able to download and so on and so forth. All right. So those are the things that your website should be able to do when we talk about scaling. All right. So we are on to the end of the program. We are now talking about back to Ali Abdaal. Ali Abdaal has been able to scale from zero to today. I mean, it started about 7 years ago. From 7 years ago? About 10 years ago. It started in 2013. All right. So he has been able to scale from zero, unknown. He's a medical doctor turned YouTuber. He started 2013. He did not know his left from his right, according to his testimonial. He did not know his left from his right, so he started. And so it's the same thing that you should start. He scaled, and now he has reached 6.5 million subscribers. I mean, 6.8. In fact, it's actually 6.86 million YouTube subscribers. I'm not talking about on other platforms. Okay, if you add all those platforms, maybe it has up to 8 or whatever, and so on and so forth. So a journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step. So start. Do not say until I know, until and so heaven will not fall on your laps. Heaven helps those who help themselves. Heaven helps those who help themselves. So start. If you cannot start, if you do not start, you will never be able to scale. If you do not start, you are going to remain where you are. If you do not start, in fact, tomorrow will be worse. Why? Because the environment would have changed. Some of these things we are talking, the algorithm changes rapidly, and so on and so forth. So you have to just start. Do not wait until you are good enough, until you are old enough, until you are young enough, until you are, you want to go and attend. Okay, so how do you scale? Look, use Ali Abdaal as your model. How did he scale? Go to his YouTube channel, start learning from him. I'm learning from him also. All right. So this is a model by Alex Hormozi. It says the 5-step model: test, record, inject, contextualize, and distribute. Okay. Test. You write a small X, something on X. Okay, formerly Twitter. Just a small tweet on, and then out of those tweets, out of 10, maybe 1 resonates with people. So you take that one, go and record video as I'm recording now. I started this thing as a text. Okay, how can you scale? How to scale? How to succeed online at scale? I send a tweet to my students. How to succeed online at scale, and then some people start asking me, okay, Paul, how can we do this? Okay, so that's how you do it. You tweet. There is a text on, say, Twitter. Twitter is global, whatever, and then so people show interest. Out of 10, 20, 50, the one that resonates more with people, then you go and work on it, record it, and inject into your system. All right. And then contextualize. Contextualize means that what works on YouTube might not work on LinkedIn. What works on LinkedIn might not work on might not work on Instagram, and so on. So you have to even the way you design the what you call the graphics, the way you design the creatives must be a little bit different. You have to tweak. Okay, that's how you contextualize. For each platform is different. Okay, and then you distribute to all the platforms. Okay, so then you also have the what they call the shorts for YouTube, the YouTube shorts. You have Instagram reels. This one that is short 1 minute, then the medium, and then the long ones, and so longs and shorts. So this is how you do it, and before you know it, you have so Alex really gave example how he did this, he employed this strategy, and he moved from 0 to 300,000 subscribers on YouTube Shorts, and then moved to 7,000 followers on LinkedIn. He moved to 350,000 followers on TikTok, and 150,000 people buying his book on Amazon. He has 350,000 subscribers on Instagram. Okay, and then 100,000 followers on X, and then and so on and so forth. So on Discord, he also has a lot of people on Discord, 400,000 on Discord. So that's how you do it. That's how you scale. That's how you scale. And then of course, Alex also shared his experience with people, the attributes, the traits of people that succeed. This thing is a long game. It's not something that you just walk in today and then you gather the money on the ground or whatever success. No, it's not. If you want to go to school, you start from primary. In fact, you start from kindergarten at the age of 2 or 3. Kindergarten, and nursery. Then you move to primary school. Then you move to secondary school. You move to university. So the same thing. How can you succeed within 1 or 2, even 2 years? It's a long game. So if you are impatient, you're supposed to be patient, okay? And then you show up late. Maybe we're having a webinar, and we say webinar will start by 9. You only come by 10:30. 1 hour, 30 minutes behind. So learn to be on time, okay? You come for meetings unprepared, always be prepared. Okay, these are all the attributes you should change. It's a mindset shift. You need to shift your mindset, okay? Not being confident in yourself. Be confident. Be confident. Nobody's going to beat you that, oh, you cannot speak well, you cannot write well. Yes, people will be rooting for you because they will see that, oh, this person is a newbie. They will clapping her like, we say in Toastmaster, I'm a Toastmaster, that that's the only club in the world that you'll be speaking nonsense, people will be clapping hands for you. People are encouraging you. So it's the same thing online. When people see that you're a newbie, they will be doing a lot of things wrong. People will be laughing at you, say, this man is a newbie. But along the line, they will, you get followers. Okay, you are transactional. You're always looking for how to, close deals. No, should be relational. Build relationships, okay? And then you don't follow up. People send you a text, I see a lot of people have automated or whatever. When you send them a text, they say, they automatically reply, we'll get back to you. That's the end. You never hear from them again. That is not good. You should always be learning to follow up. And then you don't advertise. Of course, here in this part of the world that money is so scarce, advertisement is not easy, but you have to learn to advertise. I'm now learning how to advertise. I am now learning how to advertise. Okay, you must advertise on all the social media platforms because, the algorithm are made in such a way that they will hide because they make money. The platforms, Facebook and so on and so forth, they make money from adverts. LinkedIn, they make money from adverts. So you are not advertising. They're not going to show what you do to other people. And then you don't ask for referrals. Your students, I'll ask them, please, refer your friends to me. Tell them some good things about me, collect testimonials, and then share. So those are all the things that will enable you to succeed. And then I want to share what Marissa Mugatroy, okay? So you must focus on small wins. Success is a series of wins, a series of small wins. So small win number 1, you now climb the next mountain. The next climb, you cannot just climb from the bottom to Mount Everest. No, you climb small until you reach the summit of the mountain. Then you win. So that's how it works. A lot of people fail online because they are not prepared for the long game. A lot of people fail online. And Marissa Mugatroy, that I also attended a program some years back, said the failure rate online is about 97%. 97%. It's a huge failure rate. All right. So if you are not willing to pay the price, walk the long, the long walk. Okay, go to long walk. Yes, you will not succeed. So you must be prepared to pay a price. You must prepare to go the full distance. Yes, you must be willing to pay the price. I say, on easy lies the head that bears the crown. No crown, no cross, no crown. So I want to thank you for listening. And if you want to, you practice all these things, definitely you will win. You will learn. You will win. You win. You win. Okay, at scale. You win at scale if you do what I've shared with you. Thank you very, very much. And subscribe to the channel if you are meeting me for the first time. My YouTube channel, The Unstoppable. All right. And then my podcast channel, also Unstoppable. I'm also called The Experience Annex. My name is Paul Uduk. Until I see you in the next episode. Bye for now.